In this clip, we're going to go over how you create a 6-column worksheet. Okay. Step 1, write in the heading. Now basically the heading is just the date and it goes right at the top of the worksheet. Step 2, enter, total, and rule the trial balance. Now all that means is enter all your accounts and enter their values under the debit and credit columns under the trial balance. After you've entered all the accounts, total them, the balances should be the same, and then double underline. Step 3, copy the balance sheet amounts to the balance sheet column. All you have to do here is find all the balance sheet accounts, so everything from bank all the way down to drawings. You take those values and you add them to the balance sheet column. Here you see all the balance sheet amounts moved over. Notice they're exactly the same in the same columns. They've all just been transferred over to the balance sheet columns. Here you see all the balance sheet amounts moved over. Notice they're exactly the same in the same columns. They've all just been transferred over to the balance sheet columns. Step 4, copy the income statement amounts to the income statement columns. So same idea as before, just take all the income statement accounts, everything from sales and then all of the expenses, and just move them over to the income statement columns. Leave the credits in the credit columns and the debits in the debit column. Step 5, rule and total the last 4 columns. So basically all you do here is add up each of the columns. Notice the values won't be the same. They're not going to balance. The difference between the 2 columns of the income statement will be either your net income or your net loss. In this case, our sales column is much greater than our expenses, so the difference between the 2 is our net income. Step 6, record the net income in the outer 2 of the last 4 columns. Okay, we already determined that the difference was the net income. Now just take that difference and put it into the columns in order to make it balance. So the $35,579 go in the outer 2 columns. Step 7. The last step is just to add up the last 2 lines of the worksheet. Notice once you add up the last 2 lines, your income statement columns should balance and your balance sheet columns should balance. Once you've got them all to balance, double underline and you finish the worksheet. The last slide showed you what a worksheet would look like if there was a net income. This slide shows you what a worksheet looks like when there is a net loss. What we've done here is assume that the wages and bank loan were $40,000 higher. So now your income statement figures, your debits are higher than your credits because your expenses are greater. Here again, you'd find the difference between the 2 columns, from the income statement debits and credits. Now this time, because we know there's a net loss, instead of putting the figure in the outer 2 columns, the figure goes in the inner 2 columns. Then the last step is exactly the same. You add up all the columns and make sure all the totals balance.